Give it a couple seconds. Anybody wants to come on, feel free. I sent the link and it's in the banner. But I posted something today on the community page. And I'm going to do this instead of doing the first drop of Detective Greg Barency, his killer, his friends back to Kokomo, the Kokomo crew, the Kokomo drug ring, same individuals that Detective Barency was investigating the Sons of Odin and the Kokomo ties. It's kind of odd that one with the Kokomo ties to the Kokomo crew and drug ring ended up murdering him. And one of the first cases we're going to start with the full deep dive, the full breakdown, is going to be two badges. A Terre Haute police officer killed in an apartment, and Detective Greg Barency's murder. But tonight, we're going to talk about a video I dropped a year ago and I've brought up multiple times when it comes to Charles Chuck Janssen. If you look in the description of today's live, you're going to see a Facebook post of his incarceration for guess what? Child crimes, sexual crimes he did against children. The video I dropped is of a parishioner that goes to St. Patrick. And like I said in that video, I brought up the whole fact of when you look up that video, it's in my community page. I dropped that in my community wall along with the post of Charles' mugshot. I want you to keep in mind St. Patrick is the same church the current sitting mayor, Tyler Moore, goes to. It's the same church that welcomed child predators like the firefighter that exposed himself to an underage babysitter was welcomed back with open arms. But if I, Karina's federal witness, would come back, Officer Arnett would be bringing a loaded firearm, giving a hint that he's looking for any excuse, any reason to put a bullet in my head. Went after the guy that kept bringing me back and inviting me back to St. Patrick's. They went and attacked this individual for this association with me doing that video in 2018 with Indiana State Police detective out of Miami County and a detective right there with the KPD. 4 days prior to this, there's a video out that I did when I got a little girl missing home on the streets of Kokomo. One of the first of 8, 4 adults, 4 kids that I got home alive. I did that while on the streets, and I did more than KPD. And sorry, fat pieces of shit like the former chief of police, Robert Baker, captains that were as a captain, Kevin Summers, and his corruption, money laundering, was getting houses for like 51,000 here, 57,000 here, paying cash as a captain, buying these and flipping these houses, cash money for the repairs, the flipping, cash money on the purchases as a police captain. But one thing I'm going to bring up is Charles Chuck Janssen and the St. Patrick's Church that keeps welcoming pedophiles like him back with open arms. I brought that up many times, and this same church surrounds themselves, welcomes individuals like him with open arms, knowing what he did to children at Taylor Community School Corporation. St. Patrick's and the St. Patrick's Catholic school end up hiring him as a janitor, knowing what he did to little boys. His fascination calling little boys master, tell him what to do. He'll pay them to send him pictures. Come on, Daddy, send me pictures. I'll pay you. I'll make it worth your time. I brought him up multiple times. The firefighter that exposed himself to an underage babysitter. Lewd comments like, "You like what you see? I know what I do." A firefighter that beat hard and murdered Karina McClurkin, walking with open arms. But if I was to go back as her witness, Officer Arnett with the Kokomo Police Department would be forced. Don't make me bring a loaded firearm. In response to why? Me coming unarmed. I left my gun where I was hiding my head. It was a little tiny, maybe 3.5, 4 feet by 2.5, little house a Navy veteran made for his grandkids to play in. No insulation, no nothing. It had a little bitty screen door he made for the front door. And I was in 12, 13 negative degree weather, freezing my ass off. And I got one of the first kids of 4 home. And this is the second kid out of 2. Caitlin was the second underage girl found a best friend, a Kokomo crew, and drug ring fellow member, Andrew Robert Smith. He was wanted and had a warrant on him for revocation of work release. And guess what charged? For years he was running and was refusing to what? Could you imagine what he refused to sign up and register as? A sex offender. Caitlin was one of 2 girls found at his apartment. A child sexual predator registered at that had a felony warrant on him with no bond. 2 little girls missing were found at a wanted child sexual predator, Andrew Robert Smith's apartment. And these are the individuals that KPD and the locals like Fouts like to protect. Just like Greeno's sorry ass. Come on, smack me, little boy. Step up to a guy in a wheelchair? Here, I'll get a little closer for your ass. I ain't scared of you. You're a little fucking man child. You're a little bitch, and it was your drug ring, your Kokomo crew, your buddies that was manufacturing meth, and you were doing meth with them that day. That day the girls went missing, they were killed by your dealer, your supplier, your friends. And you think I'm afraid of calling you out? Let's let the world see your friends along with who they are, what cases they go back to, like Christy Lynn Martin, among many, many others. JoJo Plunkett trying to show me tits to get me the information that I had in my head that you needed to protect your ass, and her friends, your guys' dealers, your suppliers, your fellow drug buddies that you were sitting there doing the meth with. Well, guess what, Greeno? Little bitch. You'll never amount to nothing. I'm a blow hard. I'm a try hard. Guess what I'm about to show you, your friends, in every single case that you and your friends go back to, and the ones that you murdered like Cat. You're nothing but a coward little bitch. That's all you'll ever amount to. Wheelchair or not, Your ass won't fucking step to a guy in a fucking wheelchair. You're too much of a coward little bitch. You think I'm not in a chair right now? What's that, little boy? I'm sitting in my parrot chair waiting for you, just like Tyler. All talk, no show. You don't have the balls to ever fucking step to me and face to face. Come on, hit me, little boy. Go ahead and try. Oh, wait, you're too much of a little bitch. You'll never step foot in front of me. Ever. You know that. I've called you out face to face more than once. You'll never show face set foot around me. You and me both know that, little boy. Just like Tyler and the rest of your little bitch ass friends. You guys can kill kids, do what you did, cover each other and making money off of it. Do what you did to Cat to silence him from what letting the world know who and what you are. You're a coward little bitch. It's all you'll ever amount to, little boy. But I just wanted to bring a heads up. Look, the video I did, the hints I've done about St. Patrick, what they've allowed, what they've protected. I've been talking about that for years, and each and every single video, there's parts of that I've let it be known. A hard R, a sexual trafficker, a murderer, was walking back to your church, open arms. Even after taking the life of Karina McClurkin. Marlena Smith, I've got that all documented. You think I was going to show up, talk to you, your little motorcycle club friends, and not have a phone running? And believe it or not, I was actually wired by the FBI that day. They followed me and Brewster Fitz when he, turn by turn, showed me how to get to where you were. The rest of the motorcycle club members I collared up, all of their best on, around 20 of them, a show of force pretty much to whatever's about to be said here, stays here. I ain't scared of them. Just wait till the world hears what you have to say. Who killed your daughter? You were actually called from the real crime scene, Gabriel Ellis's daughter's apartment, the same apartment Blaine Nelson actually in writ says he actually went to. It was Gabe Ellis's daughter's apartment, 105 East Harrison, where she died. He was given the same tour, showed the same hole behind a mirror in the bathroom. Was told the same thing Marlena told me. Karina's head was put through that hole during the attack. It's the same house that Jerry McClurkin is in writ saying, what? She left Flint Farmer's house. Gabriel Ellis is actually on what? Jailhouse call, a video call with him. And in this jail call, he admits that yes, I did help her. I did stop and help her where I was at. Yes, she did leave Flint Farmers alive. I did help her. What? Sorry about that. It was like, where'd to go? I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere. That's one thing I do like about like pushing. I'm getting my arms back. I'm no more little flapjack arms. I'm starting to get my upper arms back, and I'm loving it. So that's one thing I love about Willie Power. I got my arms, my chest, and everything's coming back. So I'm losing everything else and filling leg wise, muscle wise, but at least upper body, I'm starting to get my chest back. My neck, like I'm filling back out. I'm loving it. But I just want to bring up the Chuck Janssen, St. Patrick's, what they were allowing, what it finally comes to light that he was doing. Hmm. Imagine that and the help that St. Patrick's was getting to cover up his crimes against children. It sure helps when the sitting mayor and his money laundering, corrupt politician friends, the same individuals that you were warned. The time of Delphi and Flora, your school resource officer, it's been out. It's in my community wall. Look what he said about the two MS-13 cartel drug houses right there in Delphi. Hmm. Imagine that they haven't been touched, just like Frankfurt, the car repair place. Hmm. I've got a former dealer admitting that yes, she was getting fronts out of that Frankfurt car repair place, but then got raided in 2015. Imagine that. But yeah, you'll be surprised what I do know and what I do have possession of. Down to Sierra Daily, your own family. When I asked them, and I was proving to them, I was narrowing the news around Gabe and his friends. I asked your family right after Delphi, did you go when Gabe Ellis and his drug ring went and did what they did in Delphi? Were you there? The admission your own family did. I don't think she was. So you're telling me you knew where Sierra was, your family member, and you don't think she went and did Delphi with Gabe and his ring? Imagine that. Just like Anna and the meth girl's earrings. Yeah, one of the last videos I did. You might want to check out the full conversation I had with Becky Patty, Anna Williams, then a certain drug ring. The reactions I got from Becky, whole lot different than I got from Anna. The same Anna that was actually talking about Mike doing shrooms during the girl's funeral. Those texts been out for a while now. Imagine that. But we're going to continue on with the More You Know series. There's around 34 cases I'm going to be breaking down. Full details. Kokomo Crew, the Good Old Boys Club, the same Good Old Boys Club that the former Judge Fouts belonged to. It's a certain church, the same church that I was told if I was to go back to, I'd be met with a loaded weapon by an officer Arnett. The same church that welcomed back with open arms. A proven, now charged, Kokomo firefighter exposing himself with lewd comments to an underage babysitter that he hired. Came out, dropped his towel. Do you like what you see? I sure the hell do. I'm back mouthing every church in the church. I'm back mouthing St. Patrick's, the same one that protected and the parishioners helped hide Charles Chuck Janssen for years, employed him, praised him, gave him a church awards. So I got damn good reason to be attacking them for who they welcome back with open arms, but yet I was told as Karina's federal eyewitness, if I was to come back, I'd be met with a loaded weapon. One wrong move, no more witness. And it's kind of odd that the only one person that actually listen to what I had to say, look where I had to look, was Greg Ferenczi, the conversations I had with him. When I unleash the living hell, I'm going to go down, smack Satan in the face. I'm leaving hell's gates open. I'm ripping those some bitches open. I'm leaving them open because people like Gabe Ellis, Tyler French, Kyle Stacy, leaving that door down because before I slam those gates shut, I'm throwing you in the gates of hell. Just wait till hundreds of thousands of people know who and where and what to look back to and what cases. You and your buddies, including Greeno, the full exposure in every detail, the full Kokomo crew, every single kingpin, family member, who they are, where they work, every single dealer, their friends, what cases they go back to, the murder suspects that killed to protect this ring, the money laundering, who's doing it, where, including Carroll County, Delphi, Flora, the McCanns. It's all about to come to light. The more you know, this may cost me my life. They've already made threats. They've already been showing actions around the house. The shooting up front here lately, red car stopped right next to the Mason Lodge, next to my house. Same black lifted truck, same issues over and over. Last few nights, it's picked up. Remember, Tyler French? I know where you live. Plan to see you here soon when we come. Can't run and hide behind a screen. Just like Green's little bitch ass. He'll never step foot in front of me. He'll never try to lay a hand on me. He's too much of a coward little bitch like his buddies that killed children while he was there and watched, partaked.